Notice how at the end of today's gospel reading our Lord states, "Nevertheless, wisdom is vindicated by her children." And basically what our Lord is saying is that God is vindicated or justified by all his works. In other words, the people living at the time of our Lord, if they reject our Lord, they have no excuse. So they criticize our Lord, they criticize John the Baptist. They don't want to believe John the Baptist, even though everybody else seems to believe John the Baptist. Our Lord is performing all kinds of miracles, manifesting his wisdom, escaping any and every trap they have, casting out demons, yet they still refuse to believe it. It's so obvious that God is present within our Lord, or at least the power of God. Even if they don't believe that he is God, they should at least believe that he has the power of God. And this is what our Lord is getting at when he talks about, what then will I compare the people of this generation? What are they like? They are like children sitting in the marketplace and calling to one another. We played the flute for you and you did not dance. We wailed and you did not weep. So little game that children at that time played. They would play a certain type of music, or they would sing a certain type of music, and it was supposed to be joyous, and people are supposed to dance, or the other children are supposed to dance and be happy. But when they wail, the people or the other children playing the game, they're supposed to weep. It's kind of like some of those games where, you play the music and you stop and everybody has to sit on the chair. Well, in this game, depending on the type of song that is being sung, you have to manifest the right attitude. And if you don't, you're out of the game. And basically, this is what our Lord is saying, that, God, he's gone to the extreme of John the Baptist, who's so otherworldly, always constantly fasting, living in the desert. On the other hand, you have our Lord who associates with people, eats with people, drinks, even associates with sinners. They accuse him of being a drunkard, and so they make excuses for John. Oh, he's too extreme, he must be cuckoo. Well, our Lord, he associates with sinners. We can't trust him then. So it's interesting how sometimes people take one little thing and they use that to oppose the church or to reject belief in Jesus Christ. Take, for example, the priest scandals. I mean, the percentage of priests who committed these scandals is very small, and especially when you consider that compared to other denominations as well as other professions, the priest scandals are very, very small. But some people will use that to say, well, I'm not going to be a Catholic anymore because look what Catholic priests do, as if every priest were to do something like that. And this is why I always say to people, if you're going to judge the church based on certain individuals, why don't you judge the church based on people like Mother Teresa of Calcutta, or Padre Pio, or St. Francis of Assisi, or St. Anthony of Padua, and we could just go on and on and on. So God is vindicated, or wisdom is vindicated by all her children, by how she manifests herself. So God manifests his wisdom to us in different ways. And God desires the salvation of everyone. And God transmits the message of salvation to everyone in different ways. And God uses people, God uses us to be his instruments in transmitting the message of salvation. It's not just the words that we speak, it's the love that we manifest, the example that we give, forgiving others when other people would hold on to a grudge. All of these things manifest the presence of God within us. And, it's good for us to make people aware. The church is full of all these saints, so many miracles and apparitions and Shroud of Turin and Eucharistic miracles and near-death experiences. And we can just go on and on. The amount of evidence in support of our faith is tremendous. It's huge. And yet people do not believe. So we need to believe, we need to be strong in our faith, and we need to give witness to those around us who do not believe.